Hello, gossiper Sharona here. So we're gonna talk Jack Harlow. Now, Jack Harlow is a rapper, right? A white rapper, and he made an appearance on the New York Times podcast. And he said his latest release, his new album called Monica, he did that because he got blacker, right? And I would think it would be the opposite way. If you're gonna go blacker, it's R&B and then hip hop. Just my opinion. People might not agree. My opinion. So people are saying it's tone deaf, and I get it. To say you went blacker, all he had to say was, "I want to transition from hip hop to R&B because of the love of black music." And he's one of the few white rappers who continue with black music in that sense, because you have people like Post Malone, Jelly Roll, Machine Gun Kelly. They come out as white rappers, but then when they go to their next project, or when they get to that level of success, they want to fall back into what is called white music, quote unquote. So like they want to go country, or they want to go the pop route, like Taylor Swift kind of, Sabrina Carpenter, that route. They don't want to stick with the genre. And Jack Harlow, he's one of the few. He wanted to go to R&B because, again, he loves black music. But because he made this comment, people are saying it affected his sales, music sales. And another thing I heard is that the Monica, the title of the album, he was doing like you say, undercover. He wanted it to be my nigga, right? But it's Monica. So things like that, people are circulating around on social media when I don't think it is. And just listen to him make the comment, and we'll go from there.
I'm saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into
I got blacker.
Black music.
Yeah.
deeper into blackness. So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, which is to retreat back into traditionally white sounds?
It certainly made what I already wanted to do even more appealing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because you like pushing that boundary, that line?
I think I love black music. I love the sound of black
Who
music.
among us?
Yeah. I love the sound of black music.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm hyper aware of the politics of today, that safer landing spot that a lot of my white contemporaries have found. And of course, it appealed to me to do something that I felt like at a time when there's plenty of people expecting me to take some of the routes y'all are taking.
Yep.
To take the route that not only might not be expected, but is also the one I genuinely want to take. So all the stars aligned in that way for me, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend like what you're talking about. I was like, I guess you're right. I knew that there were multiple things appealing about this route, but I also came to the decision, I'm proud to say, off of what feels good in my ear. Mm-hmm. I love R&B music. I love the sound of soft, intimate, melodic music. So
Yeah.
I want.
So you heard him right there. He could have just stopped, and instead of the blacker, just say what he said at the end. He loves R&B music. So now they're talking about, because of this comment, there's a fallout, and his sales is not looking good. So we're just going to read this very quick article. We're not going to read the entire article. We just want to say what is what. So it says Jack Harlow's album sale plummet following his got blacker comment. Jack Harlow is dealing with the fallout from recent comments that sparked widespread criticism, and it is now showing up in the performance of his latest album, Monica. During an appearance on the New York Times podcast, Harlow raised eyebrows when he stated that he got blacker while making a new project. The comment quickly made waves online, with many fans and critics calling it tone deaf and unnecessary, especially given Harlow's position as a white artist working with a genre rooted in black culture. Monica, which leans heavily into R&B and neo-soul influences, was already seen as a stylistic shift from the sound that built Harlow's fan base, which of course it was hip-hop, right? While the album aimed to showcase growth and versatility, many listeners felt the transition did not land. arguing that the approach lacked authenticity and sprayed too far and strayed, sorry, what did I say sprayed? And strayed too far from what they expect from him. The criticism was not limited to social media. Early reviews from outlets and high profile critics were largely unfavorable, adding to the negative momentum surrounding the release. As anticipation grew around the album's first week numbers, it became clear that the reception was going to have a real impact. According to early projections, Monica is expected to debut outside of the top 20 on Billboard's 200, with estimated week sales hovering around 25,000 units. For comparison, Harlow's previous album Come Home, The Kids Miss You, opened with 100,000 units, making this a significant drop in his performance. So, hopefully, he comes out and just say that his comment wasn't to offend anyone. It's just that he loves R&B, hip-hop, which are black music. But to say blacker, I can see where some people might take offense. But hopefully this won't ruin this man's career, especially with the community that built him up. And if you're a fan of his and you know who he is, then you would give him a leeway, grace then, for messing up, and giving him a way to correct it and to go from there, because we all do it, we all mess up. It's just that we're in a world of social media and racial tension and who can appropriate and who can't. Because in the black community, you could talk me down on this. I think the black community, they decide who can appropriate the culture. If it's beneficial to them, then it's fine for that white person, any other race, to do it. But if they don't like you or don't like what you stand for, and you try something, instead of showing appreciation that someone else likes it, then they're gonna say, no, you're trying to be black or be this. Gossipers, I have to be honest with you. That last comment there, I was contemplating, should I keep it in? But these are my thoughts, and yes, I'm gonna keep it in. I'm not gonna take it out. I did a video with Usher and Justin Bieber, and I was told they will never listen to my channel again because it's clickbait with the thumbnail that I posted, even though a picture saw Justin grabbing onto Usher and situations like that. But yes, you know what? I'm just gonna put my big girl's underwear on and leave it the way it is. You can have your opinions, and so can I. Your thoughts?